Mr. Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, the House of Congress, I rise to express full concurrence with the contrasona of our minority leader, Representative Marcelino Libanan. A very comprehensive discourse, a moment of clarity. But allow me please to add my own notes, express my own thoughts in the spirit of honest reckoning. I will do so per subject matter. These days, politics has turned theatrical. Theatrics that distract. Lines delivered to impress, not to inform. In the president's sauna, we were served a glossy portrait of the nation supposedly rising. But outside this hall, the view is different. Ang tunay na tanawin, gutom, kakulangan, at pagwawalang bahala. Even the president himself admitted, development means little if the people do not feel it. So we waited, expecting clear plans, specific targets, a real sense of how government intends to ease the burdens our people carry. What we got instead were fragments, flourishes, and a silence that speaks louder than policy. He stood before Congress, but offered no direction to Congress. No mention of priority bills, no clear legislative agenda. He touched on reforms in the 4Ps. I'm very grateful about that. The Coconut Trust Fund and energy, but left us guessing which proposals he wants passed and by when. Sayang ang pagkakataon. Kung totoong prioridad ang mga reforma, dapat malinaw. Dapat buong loob na itulak. Sayang din kung hindi man lang nabanggit ang mga panukalang may malawak na suporta. Anti-Political Dynasty, FOI, National Land Use Act, Anti-EJK. Handa naman ng Kongresong makinig. Sana ganun din ang Malacanang. Sabi ng Pangulo, maganda ang lagay ng ekonomiya. Pero kahit daw tough negotiator siya, ayon kay US President Donald Trump, ang naibabalang sa US tariff ay 1%. Even his own economic team has tempered expectations. Growth projections have been revised down. The debt-to-GDP ratio is climbing. The Philippines' debt-to-GDP ratio climbed to 62% in March 2025 from 60.7% in the previous quarter. The deficit has, the debt to GDP, the growth projections have been revised down. Growth for 2025 is now projected at 5.5% to 6.5%, down from the government's earlier forecast of 6% to 8%. The deficit has ballooned to 1.5 trillion. These are not numbers you parade. These are warning signs. The real question, ano ang plano? Hindi na pwedeng pakiusapan lang ang gutom. Hindi na sapat ang PR campaign kapag ekonomiya na ang bumabagsak. On subsidies and free services, yes, we heard the roll call of libre. Free rides, free Wi-Fi, free this, free that. Sounds generous. But the question isn't just what's free, it's what's fair and what lasts. Hindi magic trick ang pamahalaan. Walang libreng serbisyong walang kapalit. Kung ang layunin lang ay headline bukas at hindi solusyon para sa susunod na dekada, nauuwi lang sa limos ang serbisyo. What we need is a public transport system that runs, not just rides that trend. We need strong, affordable internet access, not free Wi-Fi that disappears before it loads. And when we talk about subsidies, they should come with real pathways, training, support, and access to credit. Otherwise, we're giving people a life vest in a storm, but no boat. On food security and agriculture, 20 pesos per kilo of rice nationwide, that was the headline, but again, where's the follow-through? We ask, sustainable ba ito? Maabot ba ng mga hindi malapit sa kadiwa? Mas mahalaga, nasaan ang suportang matagal nang hinihingi ng mga magsasaka? We need more than promises. We need distribution networks for equipment and facilities, cold storage, post-harvest support, real crackdowns on price manipulation. Words won't plug the leaks in our rice supply. And smuggling, it's still a sport in this country. Time to retire the playbook. Time to protect Filipino farmers like we mean it. On health. The president's health claims sounded impressive until you asked someone who actually went to the hospital. PhilHealth daw covers emergency outpatient care. Pero ang kwento ng mga pasyente, konsumisyon na nga ang sakit, konsumisyon pa ang bill. The agency says reimbursement is possible, but in an emergency, who has time and money for abono? Sa dami ng kwentong ganito, ang tanong, sino ba ang niloloko natin? The president says there's now a doctor in every town. Good. But a lone doctor without medicine, without equipment, without trained staff is not a health system. That's a photo op waiting to happen. Zero balance billing has also been around for years, but walk into any public hospital and ask if it's real. Patients still choose not to seek treatment, afraid of the bill that might bury them deeper than the illness. If the goal is universal health care, then let's stop pretending we have arrived. We're still stuck in triage. On corruption. Flood control projects daw ang tututukan. Tama lang. Galing lang nga po ako dun sa briefing sa Accounts Committee. Briefing on the infrastructure projects, especially the flood works projects. I wanted to listen to the briefing, but I know that I am scheduled to deliver this. So tama lang po ang flood control projects. Diyan talaga lumulubog ang pondo. We welcome any serious investigation. But serious means names, charges, jail time. Hindi pwedeng mahiya naman kayo lang ang ending. Kung palpak ang proyekto at nalulusaw ang pondo, may dapat managot. Kung flood control ang sisilipin, isama na rin ang farm-to-market roads na wala namang taniman, irrigation na wala namang patubig, at kalsadang ginawang bago, tapos giniba uli. Don't threaten us with a reenacted budget. Kung babalik lang din tayo sa parehong budget insertions, yung mga SOP, kickback, initiative for the boys, edi parang sinabing, mahiya naman tayo, pero tuloy pa rin ang ligaya. Accountability is measured in prosecutions, not press releases. I wish to comment also on the seemingly struggling leadership or the lack of direction of this administration. The president named the problems: broken healthcare, poor education outcomes, weak job creation, food insecurity, a struggling agri-sector. He acknowledged them, then moved on. Walang direksyon, walang focus, walang giya. May makina ang gobyerno pero walang driver. Paikot-ikot, patungong wala. A plan is more than listing what's wrong. It's about telling the people where we're going, how we're going there or getting there, and who's coming with us. Ang gobyerno hindi lang tagasalaysay ng problema, dapat ito ang tagapaghatid ng solusyon. On poverty, human rights, and justice. There's no shortcut to solving poverty. No buzzword can replace a real plan. Kaya nanghihinayang tayo. The SONA failed to offer a concrete path for tackling the roots of inequality, injustice, and rights violations. It gestured, then ducked. Congress cannot legislate blindly. Agencies cannot execute half-thought agendas. The victims, those still waiting for justice, still navigating bureaucracy, still barely surviving, have waited long enough. Walang saysay ang rule of law kung hindi mo kayang harapin ang tanong, para kanino ba ang hustisya? On online gambling, walang pasaring, walang pahiwatig, deadma sa online gambling. Samantalang ang dami ng pamilyang winasak, kabataang nalulong, kinabukasang isinugal. Patuloy pa ba nating papayagan? Ilang buhay pa ang kailangang maligaw? Ilang pamilya pa ang kailangang gumuho? Ipatigil na po natin yan. On illegal drugs, 83 billion worth of confiscated drugs, 9,600 high-value targets arrested. Good. Now show us the convictions. Show us the big fish. Hindi lang yung mga taong wala nang ipanglaban. The last administration hunted the poor. This administration says it's hunting the real players. Then make it count. Sampulan ang malalaking drug lord, mga tunay na drug lord. Tapusin ang kasinungalingan ng mahirap lang ang salarin. Hindi dapat ginagawang trope ang laban sa droga. Buhay at kalayaan ang nawala. Kasama ako sa mga napagdiskitahan dyan. On other marginalized sectors, para sa mga manggagawa, walang umento, walang pagbanggit sa kontraktualisasyon. Para sa mga katutubo, wala man lang pagkilala sa kanilang pakikibaka at karapatan sa lupaing ninuno. Para sa kababaihan, walang tugon sa lumalalang bilang ng maagang pagbubuntis. Para sa mangingisda, puro alon, walang ginhawa. The SONA was silent on protecting municipal waters from commercial encroachment. 15 kilometers is the law. Pero kung wala namang pagpapatupad, parang wala na rin. Whole sectors erased by omission. That silence is telling. Minsan mas maingay ang hindi sinasabi. On the impeachment case, the Supreme Court voided the impeachment complaints against the Vice President. And we are hoping against hope that the High Court reverses itself. A ruling this controversial and the President had nothing to say. It struck at the heart of checks and balances. It raised questions about accountability, about the integrity of institutions. Pero kahit isang linya, wala. You claim to uphold the Constitution, then speak when it's tested. On international matters, specifically ICC and West Philippine Sea, we waited for a statement on rejoining the ICC or the Rome Statute. None. We waited for a stand on China's continued harassment in the West Philippine Sea. None. We support the policy friend to all, enemy to none. Our fishermen are being blocked, harassed, threatened. Our sovereignty is being chipped away. Ano pa ba ang gagawin natin para palakasin ang ating laban sa WPS? Kinalimutan na ba ng gobyerno ang planong pag-aayin ng panibagong kaso laban sa China in an appropriate international tribunal? On accountability and call to action. The revival of love bosses may be charming, but nostalgia is not policy. We're in a crisis. Hindi pa ito panahon ng throwback. Mr. Speaker, the people don't need applause lines. They need a government that tells the truth, gets the work done, and plans for more than the next press release. As this administration enters its second half, the temptation to govern for campaign optics, not country, will only grow stronger. We must be vigilant. Bawat budget insertion, bawat subsidy na walang plano, bawat hakbang na para sa boto, hindi sa bayan, dapat po nating bantayan. Last week, kasama ko sina Representatives Crisa Lagman, Kakabag-aw at mga kinatawan ng akbayan, Representatives Chel Jokno, Percy Sendanya at Dada Ismula. Naghain kami ng Open Bicam Joint Resolution for transparency and accountability. Hindi lang para sa oposisyon, para sa buong sambayanang Pilipino. At hindi rin namin nakakalimutan na nanonood ang taong bayan. Hindi sila basta-basta nabubulag sa propaganda. Hindi sila extra sa drama ng kapangyarihan. Gobyerno ito, hindi teleserye. In closing, I wish to state, this is why I stand with the minority. Because staying silent is easy, but silence is complicity. And the only loyalty worth having is loyalty to truth. Mr. Speaker, the true state of the nation is not measured by applause. It is measured by whether our people can eat, send their children to school, live with dignity, and find justice when they are wronged. Whether justice is accessible to the poor, whether poverty is wielded with humility, exercised responsibly, or just hoarded by dynasties and cartels. Kung hindi natin sasabihin ang totoo, paano natin ito itatama? Kaya tayo naririto, hindi lang para mag-ingay, para tumindig, para igiit na may gobyernong dapat magpaliwanag, para ipakitang may mga kinatawang hindi takot magsabi ng totoo. At kung ang totoo ay para sa kapakanan ng bansa, ako po ay bukas sa pagtutulungan. Pero kung ang katahimikan ay gagamiting takip sa kapalpakan, maninindigan po tayo. Maraming salamat po. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleagues. Good afternoon again. Thank you.